Hello everyone. Hi Teresa.
Hi, Alexi.
So today we proceed from the point when we stopped last time, and just before we show what we have, just a reminder what we expect to see. So we have this script in Rapise, saved to Spira and scheduled for daily execution. So every day it generates a report and saves the report to the test results folder, and this report should have a name that contains today's date. So we expect, if we go to test results folder, to see like 7 reports generated for last 7 days, and every report should contain today's date and some prefix. The prefix is defined here. Yeah, it's today's date, then dash all open box. Okay, let's
Cool.
see what we actually have. Go to Spira, go to Documents. And here in the test results folder, we see all these reports generated one by one. All open bugs for 24, 25, 26, 27, and so on, up to 28. Okay, today our plan is to proceed with some slight modification to this logic. And this is the first goal. Why do we need this modification? Uh, Teresa, you told me that we need to change something with report to achieve some specific goal. Could you explain what we need to do to proceed?
Sure. So, what we would like is some reports might require a different workflow, maybe to get some approvals, but just a different than the default workflow. So, what would enable that new workflow would be to change the type of these documents that you've generated automatically with Rapise.
So the type is
So,
something that triggers the workflow. So this is the way
that's
to
right.
trigger some hidden magic and to achieve some specific goals. Okay,
Exactly.
and what is the type? So we have a document here. So the type is something that is shown in this column, right? This is what we have
That's
now
right.
in functional specification. Okay, so this is what we're going to modify for newly generated report. And let me see how it may be done. So I click on the document here,
Mhm.
and changing type is here, I think. So this is the type. I need to change it to something else in this drop down and then probably save it, right?
That's right. Yep,
Okay,
that'd be perfect.
well, so the plan is we will implement this change of type today, and then we will also change something in our scheduled execution. So right now, let's go
Okay.
to the test runs. We use Rapise for test execution, and it's using Rapise launcher. And the thing that so that's good. So it's working as we see. The one thing that I don't like is that it occupies this VM, and I'm using this VM from some other things. So I don't want the whole VM to stay void all the day to just run one reports once per day. I want to use it for some other things. So that's why I plan to avoid this scheduling and switch to Azure DevOps. And since we already implemented execution through Azure DevOps, all I need to do here is to disable scheduling here, and I think I can do this. So I need to go to test set and disable recurrence to one time. How to unschedule it? I wonder. Set it to completed, so it won't start execution anymore, and save. So this test set won't execute automatically anymore by Rapise, and that's fine. So okay, next goal is to implement this change of document type. So let's see how we may do this. Uh, Here we have an RL logic, and currently we are navigating to report/list to generate report.
Hey,
Uh,
Alexi, your microphone is a little bit too close, I think. I'm getting
Sorry. Okay,
some
thank you.
static. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Is it better now?
Yes, it's better now. Thanks.
Okay, great. You know what?
What?
I'm not sharing the screen. I'm sharing only. Oh my God! I'm sharing only our view. I need to switch OBS. Oh my God. Okay. Okay. Sorry guys. Uh, well, we're still learning. We're still in the nursery school and all these things. Okay. So let's quickly repeat. Teresa, please explain again. I'll be showing. You will be telling. So we're going to documents, right? Uh, so here we have test results. These are generated reports, and this is functional specification. So this is the type. We want to change it to something else to trigger the workflow, to trigger Rapise workflow. Changing it means clicking on it here to go to edit mode and switching to the functional specification. Oh, from functional specification to something else. We will define something else like report and the workflow is expected to react on this change and to do something. So this is what we will do next time. Today our goal is to implement this change. To implement the logic that is able to do this change. Also, I've just disabled scheduled execution. So these executions were scheduled by Rapise launcher running here on this VM. I want to use Azure DevOps. I want this VM to be free for other tasks. So I disabled this automatic execution by Rapise launcher, and we will use Azure DevOps, which is already configured. We just need to enable schedulers there. So now our goal is to go to these reports, to documents editor, which is documents list. So since we have RVL, the script is the application is already open on the screen. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just write the piece that is doing what I need and then put it here before doing the login. But I want to do it separately. So let me do it here, like change report type. This would be name of this sheet. Now, to execute something, I need to navigate to proper place. I will be doing it here. So probably and navigation only works when the project is selected in current testing session. So I will pick up these 3 lines and paste them here. So switch to project, the same project, and here switch to, we were in report/list. Now it is document/list. This is the URL that we need. Up, F2 to edit the cell. Oops, document. Okay. Now, let's try if it does what we want. Play selection. We won't see much because we're already in document list. Oh, no. Yeah, it's in document list, and it's navigating here. We probably need to go to like dashboard
Sure.
to see that it is actually working as expected. Again, place selection. So now it should first select library information system and then navigate to document list. That would
Cool.
finish the first precondition.
Aha. It
Yeah,
works.
it works. Now we need to basically we may appear anywhere in any other folder, so we need to make sure we go to this test results folder. So
Great.
let me do the following. I need to click on these test results, and then I need inside test results I need to click on this on the specific document. I will have this document name already because I used it somewhere here. Yeah, this is report name, so I will have it. Now let me just implement it. So I need to learn this test result link to the folder, and the best way in this case is to use WebSpy. We may record it using WebSpy, because in WebSpy we may choose which XPath to use for this element. And we have certain goal. We want this test result to be configurable. So we don't need to record the click on the folder by its ID. We want to we want to record the click on folder by its name. So the spy is showing up. So I'm tracking these test results and hitting Control T to have it selected here in the tree. So this is it. Now I'm checking which XPath I want. I want this one that includes the text. I don't want this one which has ID because I don't, when I have something generated or if someone removes this folder and creates like new one, the ID will change. So I would want to stick with the name. So test results now is a part of the XPath, and if it changed, I will need to change it right here. And doing the learn here and doing finish. Now I see it here, so I'm renaming it to something like folder name. So my goal is to just click on this folder name. I'm dragging this
Mm-hmm.
operation. But before clicking on it, since it's supposed, I want it to be explicitly configurable. So explicitly means the name should appear somewhere here, and it should be used from here. So to change the XPath, so since it's a part of the XPath,
Mm-hmm.
what we want to change it. There is an operation REL set locator options for object folder name. Now it suggests me which option I want to change, and I want to change XPath. So the logic of this function is we patch this object folder name with different XPath, and all
Mm-hmm.
following all following attempts to access this object will use this modified XPath. So this is the XPath. It applies default value, current value here, but I want to use modified value here. And I want to modify this XPath, and there is another RVL operation for that purpose. I will do it before. So RVL format string, and the string value is the XPath. But I want to parameterize, and this format string accepts parameterized values in the curly braces. So it would be folder name. Now, if I add one more parameter here, I'm pressing Shift and Enter. Shift Enter means enter next parameter, and it suggests me available options from here. So this is the folder name defined as a part of this string. Folder name is supposed to be test results. Let me do something else, like for the testing. like create new book, for example. So we will see if this logic works as expected. Remove this line. So folder name. So we change the string, and this operation puts the string into the last result. And here we want to use this variable last result. It's default value. Okay, so it would use this the result of this format string as an XPath parameter to all accesses to folder name. The folder name is object ID. So now, if I try this, it should select create new book. I think I may just use it this way. We're already on the right screen, so I may just play this part. So it should do, yeah, it clicks on create new books. Great. Changing it back to test results, so now I know that I may configure it anytime later. And just play to go there.
Does it have a? Oh yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, great. Now we here. Now we in test results. Now we need to click on some document. Again, we will use WebSpy to learn any of them, and then we'll learn it in a way that the XPath would depend on its actual name, and then we will change this name according to generated report name. Okay, hit track, Control T, hover any of them, like this one, Control T, and choose an XPath that actually contains this name, this one. Double clicking on it and doing learn and finish. Getting back. Hello. Okay, so getting back to the script, we have this new, so this is a document. Let me rename this to report document. So this is a report document, and we'll do the same. So my plan is to just click on it somewhere here, but before clicking on it, I want to do the same. I want to change its XPath and feed the name of the document to the XPath. So what I'm doing rel formats string, and before I can do this, I need to do rel set locator options, report document, shift enter to show available parameters, and XPath is what I'm going to modify, and this is the default value. I'm copying this default value and pasting it here. Now my plan is to parameterize it, so I'm F2, I forgot. Okay, I can edit it now. So I'm replacing this actual document name with parameter, like report document uh, report document name. And now I should have it as a parameter, report document name, and put actual value here. But I want to use some other just to make sure it works. So it would be 26, for example, for now. So we make XPath containing 26. We set it as XPath. We need to change it to variable and to use this result of format string, last result. So now it should be able to click. we need to go to application and to return to this test result. We're already here. Okay. So we may just play selection. Okay, we are on the next step. So for those of you who are probably not yet familiar with Rapise, we still follow the same concept. We are not running this script end to end. You see, we already do some smaller step and make sure this smaller step works. We know this works, we know this works, we know this works. We're not restarting application. We don't do login every time. So we do so this is the fastest way to move on. We don't try to do everything in one recording session. We want to make it automated from the beginning and parameterized from the beginning. Okay, so we click on the document. Now our goal is to change this type. And as I remember, we use the function combo select. So this is a specific, the combo is specific to Spira, and our Spira object comes from Spira library, and it has this magic operation that knows how to deal with Spira combo boxes. So I plan to just try it. So I want to learn this combo box. I may just learn it usual way. Let me try it old school way. Just use this learn without spy because okay, we have it. Learn some way. Here it is. It's inside some strange uh, place. So by default, it contains a title. Let's see. Probably spy still could be a good idea. So it contains the current title, functional specification, and I don't want, since it has some ID, I think this XPath would work without it. I can check it right now. So I'm changing it to have less attributes and trying to flash. If it's able to flash this combo box, flash, yeah, magic works. So now I have expert that doesn't depend on the current type, so I may switch to any other type. Okay, so now I want to clarify something. So I don't like this window title. Probably I would rename it to this to have all these objects right here. So just rename this title. It thinks a bit. Okay, so all three are here. Everything related to documents is here now. Now my plan is to rename this object also to document type, like that, document type combo. And finally, I plan to uh, uh, do something like use Spira object, uh, combo select, and combo is document type combo I've just created, and item is some other item other than functional specification. Okay, let me do stack trace for now. Later we will introduce on the next session we will introduce one more entry here, like report or something like that, and then we will set up the workflow, right, to deal with it. Yeah. Okay. So now we will use stack trace just for now for debugging, and stack trace, and we will see if that works. Okay, so let's try this piece. Place selection. Okay, great. So we have now switched it to stack trace, and we have save button enabled. So good idea to save. By the way, we probably could use a keyboard shortcut, but keyboard is not good for headless mode. So let's just record this save button. Let me learn it. hit record, press Control 2. No, 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 not this one. I want this. No, I want the whole button. Hello. Okay. I I don't want these first two. I want this whole button. Click Finish. So with learning, I just have, I'm not clicking, I'm just learning, and I expect then if everything works fine, when I play the corresponding section, that actually supposed to do the click. Let's see. Yeah, it looks good. It contains some ID. So when I implement this logic here, when I change the title of window to have them all, so, and when I just play this line, it would do what I wanted. So this is the way I'm checking it if it works as I want. Play selection. So it pressed the save button. Okay, so I have all this piece working together. I need to do this before doing logout. And to do it, I need to pass, either I may cut this piece and paste here, but since I already have this sheet, I may just call it. So I may define a couple of I may define parameters as variables. The variables I need here is folder name and document name and report type. So variable uh, report folder name, and it will be test results. Now variable uh, report document name, and it would be this one by default, or let me do 25 here just to see the difference. Last variable is type. Report document type, which is stack. What else we have? Stack trace, screen layout, for example. Just have something different to make sure. Screen layout, and that's it. So we have three variables that define this behavior of this sheet. I'm planning to apply them. So here, folder name would be variable report folder name. Here, instead of hard-coded document name, it would be variable uh, report document name, and here is variable report document type. So now it's supposed to do it using these variables. Final step is to integrate it here before doing the layout. So I'm planning to call it, and it would be rel do play sheet. Sheet name is change report type, and now I'm again pressing Shift Enter, and it suggests available variables one by one. Report folder name. Okay, let it be test results. Actually, I will later use a variable for both these entries and just feed it here. Now report document name, and this is this one. So I need to assign it to the variable. I can do this the following: variable doc name. So this is a trick to both define variable and assign it. So it would, after calling this getReportName, it would assign the result to the docName variable. And here, in the place where I type it, in the file name field, I may change variable from last result to actually this docName. And here, I also will use docName. Okay, so now it's supposed to call this sheet and pass folder test results, document name that we have just generated, and probably one more parameter, which is report document type. Let it be stack trace for now. Here we have screen layout. So it would assign stack trace to the new document. So it's now everything is now combined together. We may just try to play it. I will need to log out. And 1, 2, 3, go. Fingers crossed. Uh, okay, login, magic works. Go into reporting. Selecting project. Just realize that we have one redundant step on this change project type, which is selecting the project again, but we may actually leave it or change it. Folder test results, file name, okay, it's 29. I think we already have one report for 29. We'll see if it all will work. Oh, no, we don't.
No, we're good. Yeah. Oh, no, we do. It's down below there.
Yeah, it's here. And yeah, and that was a problem because this scheduled execution worked today 4 a.m. created the document with the same name, and we have a problem. What we may do now, we may simply remove this document in both
Both of
instances.
them. There you go. Yeah, we disabled it, but we didn't disable it prior to it executing that report earlier this morning.
Yeah. Okay, so now we all set to try it again. Doing logout. And okay, let me close this. Crossing fingers, back and plane. Okay, Spira shows up. Login. Oh, it's resizing the window. Doing login. So do you know the reason why do we resize the window?
I don't know. Is it?
Yeah, this is a good trick actually. So that's why I asked. It's not really so evident, but we usually have some screenshots or video recording. And if we may enable, we may set it to do screenshots of the window, not the whole screen. So we set in some specific size to not have these huge reports. Also, if we change the size of the browser, we have more predictable layout.
That would have been my guess to like find the objects, perhaps.
So have it fixed is like a good idea. It allows to avoid some typical issues. Okay, so what we have, test results is selected, but uh, report document. But report document is not found. Oh, I know. I know because the file name doesn't contain Excel extension. The file name that we do generate
Ah,
doesn't
there you
contain
go.
XLS extension. Right, so we need to fix it. We may do this. We may do this actually right here. If we know that it never contains an extension, then when we use document name here, we may append it right here. XLS.
Aha.
XL. I think that's it. Well, now one more attempt. We need to remove this one, I think. Tools, expand a bit, tools, delete, yes. Log out and play. So this integration part, when you run it end to end, actually eats most of the time. Now each execution is a matter of a minute at least. And what we find that we have more time to talk, to think, to watch, and we just have to wait for script to fail or to pass. So that's why while we're developing the script, we prefer moving in these smaller steps, executing these smaller parts, because if we go in this way and executing all the script all the time, we will spend much more time on implementing our automation script. Okay, we generated something. Again, going to project, going to documents, test results, and
Come on, come on, come on.
do it,
Uh-oh.
do it.
Click it.
Well, okay, we have a sheet that we may execute. I think it's a good chance to try it. So the document name is 29. So we will use play this sheet right now. 29 here. So we tweak the XPath,
Yep.
report document name XLS. If we tweak it right here, and try to flash. So this is so after applying this to this XPath, this locator should look exactly in the way as we applied it here. So we may just flash it to see if this XPath is valid at all. Okay, this XPath is valid. So now the question is why didn't work in this form. So we will add some more. Let's see what we have here in the verbose. Okay, we don't verbose it. So I will add this line to the report. Test, oops, tester, uh, message, and here I will use the last result probably. So I can try to do this like this way. Play selection.
Is that going to give you the XPath, the last
Yeah,
result?
it should show me the XPath that is actually produced. Okay, now I may copy it, run web spy, XLS. So it looks correct.
So it's not a matter of it not clicking appropriately. It literally can't find it at this point. So we're trying to debug that part.
Yeah, it's unable to. Aha! You see the quotes.
Double quotes. Oh, I see it.
Double quotes. Why do we why do we have double quotes here? Okay, let's look. And we don't have this problem here. We only have this problem here, and I don't know why. Okay, let me change something. So in XPath we may use both single quotes and double quotes. So I wonder what will happen if I use this way. So now it looks okay. Let's check if it works now as a whole. And this issue with double quotes is a subject to research. It's something new. But it's a beauty of our stream that we hit these kind of issues and what? Stop. I have last result. I didn't remove this last result. This line actually destroys the last result. That's why it's not working. And one more time. And now it should work. Should work. Should. Yeah, it works.
Aha!
Okay. Now it should work end to end. Log out. And play the whole script.
Oh, do we have to delete it? Delete the report?
Oh, yep. Stop. We can stop. Right.
I can't remember now. We did it, but I think it's already there, so we need to delete.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure. Thank you. You saved a couple of minutes, at least, of our life.
Yeah. The tools, yep.
Tools and delete.
Aha.
Okay, we all set.
Alexi, I was going to mention as well a lot of the updates that you're making to the Rapise script. What people don't see is you doing that saving. Is that a Control S that you do as
Control
you're
S.
updating?
Yeah. I'm doing a Control S. Sorry. Yes, I'm pressing it all the time since the early times when I used like first computer with like Word, and when you forget to save, that you type in something for a few hours and then it switches off, and you say in all bad words you remember. So then you have a habit to press Control S all the time, just every few seconds. You don't even think about it. So this is what I am doing.
Yeah, we don't see that, but you're definitely doing that behind the scenes.
Yeah, but actually, when we hit play, it also saves everything automatically. So
Oh,
this is
great.
another.
Huh.
But I definitely press in Control S all the time.
Looking good. Report
Most interesting is
saved.
still in the future. Okay, test results. And come on!
Oh no.
We need to always output this just to see. Something weird is happening. I hope you have time. uh, uh, so we will output it here. Document XPath, and here we will use it. And again, what's happening here? So it's doc name is a string, and this string should be well formed without quotes. So probably again, it's good to execute.
You're gonna delete it?
Yeah, I should. I forgot.
I didn't know if you were just gonna execute that selection, but if you're logging out, you're not gonna.
You see, we already tried. The selection worked.
And
So
it worked. So yeah.
the magic is only when we have the whole execution. So problem comes from some external place. So we have it deleted, we log out, and we play. Test results. And okay, it's supposed to fail because it failed last time. So the only question is
It's
what
gonna tell
we
us some
will.
more information. Yeah.
Doc name. I didn't change the type from uh, variable doc name, not string doc name. Ah, now it's clear. Okay. This time I won't forget to delete it. And this
Good,
is
good going.
another few seconds. Should do it perfectly. And log out. And that's it. Now just hit play and enjoy perfect execution. Log in. Uh, Another side of having this repeated execution is dealing with intermittent things. So right now
Hmm.
we see that there is no intermittent things, and that's good. So we are more and more sure that the script we have is actually reliable. So the things that don't work, they uh, don't work for some reason that we are resolving and fixing, and that's better uh, than situation when it doesn't work and you have no idea why. So, or it's in the worst situation is when it doesn't work from time to time, intermittent failures. In this case, it's really hard to catch them, and since we have many executions now, we see that it's really stable. So we don't have like random or strange behavior. And this worked, and this worked, and log out. Yahoo! We did it! Okay, let me try if I can. Yeah, so the script is ready. We may save it to Spira, so we don't need to do anything else with it. Last step is to go to Azure DevOps. Oh, come on. How could you forget me? It may be Firefox. Firefox, dev. Azure Com. I was logged in. Oh, okay. Give me, then I will log in. This is the link. Sign in. I, okay. Yeah, just one step. This should be fast because we won't check it. I will close it and we will wait a week. This time, anyway, we will be done very quickly today, very soon. And this is a pipeline. We're going to edit it, and we need to add a schedule. And adding schedule is simple when you know the syntax of cron, and when you know the syntax of pipelines for scheduling. Uh, so I have it already prepared, this string for scheduled execution. I will just put it here. So this will force execution of the test. We already have it configured. If you remember, we did it in the second part of this stream series. And I'm just adding one section to this pipeline to enable scheduled execution. Every day at 1 a.m. it should run the same test, and we're just going to save it and leave it for another week. Just leave it for another week. And next week we will see if it the results, and we will just finish the whole project by enabling the workflow that you mentioned today. So, and it should enable all the magic. Yep. Okay, so it was long stream. Sorry, we had to recover something. Thank you for your patience, Teresa. Thanks everyone who are with us, and hope to see you next time. Any questions are welcome. Again, leave your comments, leave your feedback. You're very welcome. We will be happy to reply on any questions or show anything that you want to see. Thank you. Have a good day. Have a great week, and see you next week.